ONTV honored its outstanding volunteers and producers during a banquet and award ceremony at Canterbury Village.
The Orion Township Library was transformed into Poland during a fundraiser organized by the Friends of the Library.
The Lake Orion business community came out to help one local business celebrate its grand reopening with a ribbon-cutting ceremony.
HGTV star and Lake Orion native Nicole Curtis returned to her hometown to begin work on a cottage that will be featured on an upcoming season of Rehab Attic.
Hello, I'm Melissa Kratt.
And I'm Shane Stockwell. We'll have these stories and more on this edition of ONTV News.
Many people may not know that ONTV is a nonprofit organization that depends heavily on volunteers to generate the programs you see on this channel. Recently, ONTV hosted an event to recognize its outstanding volunteers. On the evening of Friday, April 21st, ONTV's family of volunteers were invited to come to Kingsport Castle at Canterbury Village for ONTV's annual Volunteer Appreciation Banquet. Attendees enjoyed a buffet dinner and watched a video that showed clips of the wide variety of programs produced over the past year.
It's our annual event to honor the volunteers who make us who we are. Without our volunteer producers and coming in and making the programming and working with us, ONTV would just be nothing. So today we give back to them to say thank you for all their hard work and sacrifice of time and sweat and effort to make ONTV what we are.
The highlight of the evening was an award ceremony that recognized volunteer producers and interns. Receiving the Golden Mike Award was Kevin McCormick, who provides commentary and sideline reporting on high school sports, and hosted LO Sports Update and ONTV's Food Drive. The award for Volunteer of the Year went to two deserving individuals. Sue Lovelace and Evelyn Doyle were recognized for the countless hours they've served while helping out on various ONTV productions. And recognized as Producers of the Year were Sammy and Anthony Taormina for the sheer volume of content produced in 2016. The duo not only produced the popular Between Taormina's sports talk program, but Sammy produces a weekly podcast called OAA Now, and Anthony produces History Now.
I think it's important to give a variety of shows. I think the amount of shows that we have out there is just very, very significant. I mean, you look at it, it's not just Between Taormina's it's History Now. It's a preview show that we do for several sports. It's very, very exciting.
Sammy, what was your reaction when you heard your name called out tonight?
Shocked. I'll be honest with you. I was shocked. I didn't expect to win this award tonight. I really did not. I feel like I'm gratified. I'm happy. I feel like I'm a complete man now.
But Sammy and Anthony, they produce 3 shows here at ONTV, and they have for a number of years. The guys just have a ton of energy. They love ONTV, and they're a perfect example of some residents around town had an interest and an expertise in some area, came in and said, hey, I have an idea for a show. And now there's pushing over 200 episodes on the Between Taormina's live talk show. I think Sammy's approaching a good 40 or more in his sports talk show. And Anthony and his history, I mean, it's the only history program I know on community access television, and he does a bang-up job. So those two guys are really not only just volunteers, but they're friends of all of us at the station. They become a part of the ONTV family, so it was easy to honor them tonight.
If you're interested in producing your own program or helping out on existing productions, call ONTV at 248-693-3377 or visit orionontv.org for more information.
More than 15 years ago, Lake Orion native Matt Pfeiffer took over the failing northern flooring and interiors on M24 and turned it into an award-winning business. Recently, the business experienced a major change and the community came out to help celebrate. On Thursday, April 27th, the Lake Orion business community came out to celebrate the grand opening of Northern Flooring and Interiors at its new location on Lapeer Road. Representatives of the Orion, Oxford, and Rochester chambers, as well as township, village, and county officials, were on hand to take part in the ribbon-cutting ceremony.
I can't imagine a better testament to what we want to be and what we want to be known as, is to have this love and support from our community. And we're far from perfect, and we'll continue to strive to give back and to do the best we can for our customers. But it's very humbling, and I'm so appreciative of the support and love from people, from all these people. It's fantastic. It's really a great day. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight. Pretty cool.
Northern Flooring has moved from a shopping plaza on the west side of Lapeer Road to a building just south of its former location that once housed the Orion Township Library and was most recently a credit union.
I always wanted to have my own building. I think that's every business owner's dream or plan. It's a fiscally responsible thing to do. And I had looked at a couple other spaces, and about 10 years ago I started banking here when it became Alliance Catholic Credit Union. And I told them at that time I love the building, and if you ever go to move, I'd like to have dibs on it. And so I put the word in there, and sure enough, they called me. I was actually in the process of buying another building for another business, which I ended up walking away from because I wanted this one so badly. And they called, and we bought it, and that's how we ended up here at the old former library and bank.
The tremendous turnout was a result of Matt Pfeiffer's presence in the community. Not only was he selected as 2015's Business Person of the Year by the Chamber of Commerce, he has since become the president of the Chamber Board.
Matt is such an integral part of this community. So not only did he grow up in the community, graduate from Lake Orion High School, but now he owns a business in the community. And he is so active in supporting all kinds of wonderful organizations here in our community. So it is really his doing, Matt Pfeiffer, and all that he does for our community.
From our beginning and our founding, our goal is to be part of the community in terms of giving back and be leaders. So, my role, whether it be my role as a chamber president or, in the various charities that we're involved in and Design for Difference and supporting local events, we try to put our money where our mouth is. We use local labor. When we did this project earlier, I listed off 30, 40 businesses that were all part of creating this, what you see here, in a very short period of time. So I believe in this community. I believe that when you give to others, that good things come to you. And I think that's what you're seeing, hopefully, a result of today with the turnout that we had, which is fantastic.
As if the big move wasn't enough reason to celebrate, it was also announced that Northern Flooring and Interiors was recently named Best Floor Covering Store in Oakland County by readers of the Oakland Press. For more information, visit nflooring.com or call 248-282-3992.
The Friends of the Orion Township Public Library is a nonprofit organization that supports the library and its efforts to promote reading and literacy in the community. Recently, the Friends hosted its largest fundraiser of the year. On Saturday, April 29th, the Friends of the Library and the Orion Township Library teamed up for the annual Passport to Spring fundraiser. This year's theme was Poland. The library was transformed into a museum of Polish culture, including music, dance, food, art, and more. Karen Knox was excited for this year's fundraiser.
Tonight is our Passport to Spring. It's the biggest fundraiser for the Friends of the Library. The Friends of the Library are the fundraising source for the library. So in addition to the tax dollars that we get, we don't always have enough money to do all the things that we want to do, especially programming. But this event tonight is actually fundraising for our teen room. So we are trying to do some technology upgrades for our teens. And so this event is fundraising dollars for us to be able to upgrade our teen room. And seeing the turnout tonight, I think we're going to be very successful in our efforts to do that. It's heartwarming to me to see this many people come out to support the library tonight.
Dancers showcased 4 traditional dances, and a music group played traditional Polish songs while inviting people to step on the dance floor. Carla Towsley was overjoyed at this year's turnout.
This is the 5th annual Passport to Spring event. We started in Paris, and then we went to Rome, then Mexico. Last year was Japan, and this year we've landed in Poland. Based on previous years, we were looking at about 200 folks to attend, and we've exceeded 275. So the community has really come out and supported us, and beyond the community as well.
The Friends of the Library are gearing up for their next gently used book sale, scheduled to take place Tuesday, May 16th through Saturday, May 20th. Friends members get first crack at the books on May 16th before it opens to the public on May 17th. Friday, May 19th is half-off day, and Saturday, May 20th is $5 per bag day. For more information, visit orionlibrary.org/friends.
April was Volunteer Appreciation Month, and many nonprofits, including the Orion Township Public Library, took the opportunity to thank their volunteers for their hard work. On Tuesday, April 25th, the staff at the Orion Public Library held a Volunteer Appreciation Luncheon. Adult volunteers and those with special needs filled the library meeting room for a delicious lunch. Local magician Anthony Gruppito provided strolling magic at each table, and prizes were given out through a random drawing. The library staff is made up of 45 employees and heavily relies on volunteers to keep everything running smoothly.
We're here today about our annual Volunteer Appreciation Lunch that's here at the library. Every year we honor all of our volunteers. Today it is our adults and adults with special needs that are here, and we take great pride in honoring them and having a special lunch for them. The volunteers are so important to the library. Without them, we couldn't do so many of our programming and special events. As you can see, we have quite a big group. We got about 74 people here today, which encompasses the volunteers, our board members, and staff.
The library is always looking for more volunteers. For more information on how you can get involved, visit orionlibrary.org.
Throughout the year, the Orion Center offers a wellness center staffed by representatives of Beaumont Hospital, where seniors can take advantage of services like blood pressure screenings. Recently, the Orion Center hosted an event that offered so much more. On the morning of Tuesday, May 2nd, the Orion Center hosted its Spring Senior Health and Screening Expo. Approximately 20 vendors were set up in the center's banquet room, offering information on health-related products and services. And Beaumont offered about a dozen health screenings ranging from hearing and vision to diet and fitness. Participants were encouraged to take the results of the screenings to their personal physician.
This is our 2017 Senior Health Expo. We've been doing it about 16 years, and it's a place for our seniors to come where they can get all this information under one roof. So it's easier than staying home and getting it through the mail. I have some great sponsors like Blue Cross Blue Shield. I also have Beaumont. It's here doing some screenings, and also Crittenton doing a hearing screening in our other room. So it's a great place for our seniors to come to get this information.
For more information about the services offered at Beaumont's Wellness Center, give them a call at 248-391-0304, extension 315.
Rehab Addict premiered on HGTV in October of 2010. 7 years later, the home renovation program is still as popular as ever, and now the host has selected a home in Lake Orion to be featured during the upcoming season. ONTV's Joe Johnson has the story.
On Saturday, April 22nd, fans of the HGTV show Rehab Attic lined up for a chance to tour the Lake Orion cottage that will be renovated by the show's host, Nicole Curtis. The open house and book signing acted as a fundraiser for a great cause.
The reason we started doing this is that it's a really easy way for us to raise money for a local family that needs help. And we started it years ago with for Brian Thomas, who is also a Lake Orion graduate and a good friend of ours. And we, just had this idea, what if we charge people to go in these houses? Will we raise some money? And we expected a couple hundred dollars, and we ended up making thousands. And over the years, I think this is maybe our 10th or 11th open house, and we've been able to help some really great families. Tessa came up today. She's the daughter of my right-hand guy, Bobby, and she's been battling stage 4 neuroblastoma for years, and many people recognize her from our big Ransom Gillis open house a couple years ago. But I think it's really important that people realize that there are so many families locally that need help, and every dollar that they bring to our open house goes right to that family.
Nicole purchased this cottage on Heights near M24, hoping to save it from demolition. She said it will take a couple of months to complete the work on the home to restore it to its former glory.
I just happened to come across this house online. I'm always searching online for houses and everything, and it was cheap. It was cute, and I knew that it was a little old cottage in Lake Orion, and we don't have that many around here anymore. People are tearing them down. We just lost the Bubblegum Mansion, which was a huge blow to our historic value here in Lake Orion. It's really important to me that we keep some part of our history, and the whole history of Lake Orion is these cottages. I mean, that's really what started it all. So this one was a cottage 1925, and it's not the ideal location. We laugh that it's actually on M24, but it's not. But it's also a great starter home. The market value in this area has gone up so much that if you are under $200,000, you can't buy a home for your family in this area. So it is important that houses like this stay standing and that there is still affordable housing for people to come into our neighborhood.
Nicole is a Lake Orion native and a member of Lake Orion High School's class of 1994. She told us that as a student, she never envisioned this career path as a TV show host that inspires women of all ages.
I don't think I ever actually set out to inspire people, but what I want to make sure that they know is that they can do anything they want. And that, I think that's always bothered me ever since I was a very young child. I had a grandmother that was just a go-getter, and just really taught us to always appreciate every single thing we had, and that you could do anything. I mean, my grandma, she spent a lot of time in an orphanage and then came out here, and her and my gramps built their business and their home from nothing. And I was just always taught that that's what you just go get it. You want it done, you go get it done. It's cool. I love seeing that people take a chance and take a risk, because that's really the only way I got to where I am now.
To view highlights from past episodes of Rehab Addict, visit hgtv.com/shows/Rehab Addict. In Lake Orion, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
Thanks, Joe. Well, that's it for this edition of ONTV News. I'm Melissa Kratt.
And I'm Shane Stockwell. Thanks for stopping by.